Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to join me on Patreon to get the exclusive encore episode. Today, I'll be talking about a famous bodybuilder who had his face split open, and believe it or not, it's a very sexy clip. And if I had the choice of doing it, I'd have this girl do it to me too. You'll also get access to all the past shows, including every encore show, discounts on merchandise, and more. Visit patreon.com/The Nick DiPaolo Show to sign up today.
And now, here's Nick.
How are you, Ed? You smell like shit. Right back at you, sir. How are you, folks? Great to be with you on a Tuesday. Great show tonight. Got a beautiful woman, a French actress, and look at Ed, you catch the jugs on her, Brigitte Bardot. Or as you said, Ed, Brigitte Bardot. And a very fine colored actor. He's in a great movie now. It's called Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? And I hope it's not a black fella. That's what my father would say. He's from Nebraska, real asshole. And a very mediocre singer, Bobby Darin. Fuck him. Let's get on with the show.
We'll do it live.
I know.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
A lot of people think that's Bill O'Reilly. That's me. Every day here. Anyhow, what happened since we left yesterday? Anything? Sports-wise, the Giants let me down. They were laying 2.5 at home to a Cowboys team, second-string quarterback, who's pretty good, I'll admit that. But again, you're at home on a Monday night. Giants, are you ever going to fucking turn it around? Not that I'm from New York. I'm just saying I had you in the pool. It would have made a difference between 11 wins and 10. Great as opposed to a very good. I'm just saying. They'll never change. You take away Inquan Barkley, whatever his name is, they get nothing. Oh! Excuse me for yelling into the mic, folks. I know that blew your ears out. What the hell else? Made stuffed peppers. That's all I got. Man, can I cook? Honest to God. If this all went away tomorrow, I'd be at Arby's in the back.
This is true.
Dallas knows. Dallas has been over and has tried the fare at my house and his wife. And as soon as we get these plumbers out of my house, she'll be back over. Oh, my God almighty. I get up this morning, one in the bathroom downstairs, one upstairs. I told you about the little spill in the kitchen. That was cleaned up like 3 Mile Island. I'm in there with a gas mask and squeak. And I get up this morning and I can hear them. And I slept downstairs last night thinking that they'd be working in the bathroom upstairs because that clog didn't go away. It did, we can hear glug, 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 glug. There's something still going on. We had an abortion. I shoved a piece of thing down there. It's a long story. Might be a baby skull that's blocking the... Anyways, I go into the bathroom downstairs and there's a girl standing in there. Cute, the plumber's daughter. She's like 16. I'm like, excuse me. Ah! I hear him upstairs or outside banging. So I just threw my shit on and took off. My wife comes out, she's on the front steps going, I didn't even say hi to her. And I just went. And she went, so we're doing this to each other. And I got in the car, took off, ran over here and fucking laid cable. Like a man, that's all I do. That's all I want in the morning. Let me brush my teeth, comb my hair, and fucking have a Pall Mall and drop a Barry Bonds 1999 model. All right, let's get on to speaking of brown people. Brown Raggedy Ann doll, full of shit. Full of shit, Ed. 12:40, I believe, we get out of here, right? I don't know. But yeah, Brown Raggedy Ann doll, full of shit. That was the headline. I wonder why I can't break into TV. I can, but I choose not to because you people like it real. Even at Fox, it's so funny they call them right-wing conservative. They can't even bring up. I'll give Gutfeld actually credit yesterday on the 5 for pointing it out. But they're talking about crime and violence, and he said, but we can't get more specific than we are. And that's why the problem of race will never be solved in this country. You're showing 100 black kids in a convenience store in Philadelphia, just trashing it, breaking it, not even stealing shit, just destroying it. And then you'll see a clip like that tomorrow and the next day. You've been seeing them for the last 15 years. But we can't allude to, we always have to say it's teens, a group of kids, a group of, Do you understand, folks? Until we can actually say, we don't have a violence problem, a crime. We have a black crime problem. I'll say it a million more times. And it's, again, because of dissolution of the black family. A guy wrote a thing on it in 1965, Senator Moynihan or one of these guys. Do you understand? This isn't me. And until that happens and you have a 2-parent household, this is going to continue. Do you see the cycle? And that's how the Dems want it. They don't try to fix it. That's how they make their living, by providing safety net programs, and then you vote for them because they did that. That's how they do it. They don't give a fuck about you black people. But until we can address it and actually say, we have a black problem, but you can't even say that. So it's never going to get fixed, not in my lifetime at least, unless we get a broad like that Maloney in Italy who was elected yesterday. Oh, that'll be the next story. I'd marry this broad tomorrow. Then again, I'd marry Dallas tomorrow, just for a little variety. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre declined. Look at her. She looks like a bruised banana with a wig on. That's a good one. That goes in the show. I don't give a rat's ass. Tommy, if that's not on the fucking thing tomorrow, I'll be upset. Karine Jean-Pierre declined to say whether President Biden, she's actually cute, but she's dumb as a bag of rocks, believes that America's cities are safe Monday. Did I read that right? What did I just say? Yep. Fox News reporter Peter Doocy, only one asking real questions, pressed Jean-Pierre on the stats showing rising crime in major cities across the country. He went on to highlight comments from former White House press secretary, our old girl, Jen Psaki. It'll get that little red beaver in front of you. By the way, after watching this broad, you realize how good Jen Psaki was at her job. Am I right? Unbelievable.
You are correct, sir.
Thank you, Ed. Wild stuff. Jen Psaki, who stated that crime was a major vulnerability for Democrats heading into the November elections. Well, boy, you must be a detective. He then asked her this. Doocy did. Here we go.
Cities are safe.
It is not a.
Pause.
It is not a yes.
The question was, will Joe Biden, the president, does he think large cities are safe? And listen to this.
Yes or no question. It is very much a question of what has he done?
Pause.
That's how we see.
Pause. It's not a yes or no question. It's exactly what it is, ragamuffin. Does he feel big cities are safe or not? Yes or no? Well, it's not how we see it here, is what she's about to say. So we see, now we can't even agree. They have how they see things, which just is another way of saying, let me spin this so I don't make jerk off look like a bigger jerk off. This is how we see it here. We are your bosses. Try seeing it our way. I'm going to choke the motherfucker. Go ahead.
The question is, what has he done to make sure that cities, and it doesn't matter if it's a big city or a small city, it doesn't matter if it's in a red state or a blue
Pause.
state.
She sounds like me, again, taking an essay test and just filling in bullshit. Doesn't matter if it's a big city or a little city. Doesn't matter if it has trees or not. Doesn't matter if there's fire hydrants, whether they're using guns, if there's a bodega store, if Arabs live there. You stupid bitch. Go ahead.
What matters is that we have the funding and we have done the work, put the policy forward.
Pause. You've done the work? You've done the work? Yes, you have done the work. You defunded some police. Minneapolis never recovered from it. Murder rates in every major city are up there. Yet you've done the work? You guys haven't done a fucking thing since you got into office. You've been killing time until you steal the next election. Yeah, fucking filthy hoe. Go ahead. Anything else? Oh, that's it. Let me just say this about her.
Liar, whore, and you know it.
I think I just said that.
Shut up! Will you please?
Look, this is a president who has secured, listen to this shit. I have high blood pressure, never had it in my life until this fucking guy got in. Look, this is a president who has secured historic funding to make sure law enforcement has what it needs. First of all, that's a fucking lie, even if it's not. The reason he had to do that was because of the riots and all the shit that people like you vote for caused all this shit. They keep going, well, he was always for not, he disagreed with defunding it, but it still happened. The vice president who he picked, she called him a racist, by the way, if you remember the debates. She was bailing people out of jail that looked like you during the riots. So don't tell me what work you have or haven't done, fucking nipplehead. And he was able, listen, she says, and he was able to do this in the face of opposition from Republicans. Jean-Pierre responded. You want us and the rest of the country to believe it's Republicans who are responsible. You guys, this isn't, it's an insult to your intelligence. I can't fucking. Ducey then confronted her with Jen Psaki's comments. Jean-Pierre argued that Ducey was taking her former boss's statement out of context. That's all they do. This poor girl, she couldn't be a spokesman for a high school kid. This is what happens when you choose by gender and race. But she eats pussy and she's black. So bing bang, check them boxes. I eat pussy. I got a black shirt on. Close enough? I used to eat pussy before I got married. You know, boss's statement out of context before punting back to claims that Republicans weren't cooperating on the crime legislation. Republicans have blasted Biden and Democrats for rising crime and inflation throughout the midterm election cycle.
You're a real crumb bum.
Goddamn right. A Sunday poll from ABC News and the Washington Post found that, this is again from ABC News and the Washington Post. This isn't a fucking right-wing rag. That surge in crime had beaten out abortion as a top concern for Americans leading into the November election, even though they still lie to you on TV saying it's abortion. Oh my God. I'm going to say it again, folks. I'm going to say this until Election Day. If this isn't the biggest tsunami of red, I mean bigger than they're even saying, because now you're getting false headlines. The Democrats are closing the gap and all that. If it's even a little close, well, I believe the whole system's rigged anyways. But I'm just saying, if it's even a little close, don't even bother voting anymore. Jean-Pierre went on to say that Biden's American Rescue Plan included more than $300 billion in funding for states and local groups to hire more law enforcement. Yes, after all the damage you let go. That was me at the Waffle House about an hour ago. Not in the bathroom, right at the counter. I cleared that place out. We need a real leader. We need a real leader. You know what I'm saying? Someone with some spark, anybody that doesn't have Alzheimer's and fucking, and who would that be? Well, I don't know if you guys follow international news. I'm in love with a Giorgia Meloni. Who's that? She's a right-wing woman from Italy, politician, who flipped the apple cart. She's like the female Trump over there, only a much better speaker than all of them. And you know us, I'm half Italian, right? We sort of like the truth, unless we're organized crime. But even then, we used to kill our own. We kept it clean. But I'm just saying, and they made great movies. Notice how when I'm complimenting Italians, I'm 100%. When I am actually, God, did that ruin me? I want to kill my sister for doing a swab in my mouth, saying I'm a little more Irish and English than Italian. You filthy fucking, look at me. Look like a slice of Sicilian to go. Giorgia Meloni, victory speech. Italy's new prime minister, Giorgia, and she looks like, again, she looks like a little Shelley Long, who's a little an Italian Shelley Long. Anyways, Colin sent me this yesterday. before I even got onto it. He goes, "Did you see the speech?" But I said, "No." Italy's new prime minister, that's her, Giorgia Meloni, speech is very, very inspiring.
Yes, sir.
She just wants to be able to call herself a woman. This was the gist of the speech. I'm going to show you anyways, because in Italian, it sounds much nicer in Italian. As Tommy's mother said in Goodfellas. Able to call herself a woman. She just wants to call herself a woman, a mother, a Christian, and an Italian, which is, I like to call myself two of those three things. A woman, right? Yeah, exactly. The rest of them, I don't need the Christianity. Just want to identify as a woman. I do look like a dyke from Sicily. Giorgia Meloni is Italy's new PM. That's Prime Minister. She is dedicated to traditional family values. Sound like anybody we know? Opposes gender ideology. And the LGBT lobby she opposes. Backs strong borders and seeks an end to unlimited mass migration. Fantastica! Okay? And they're saying the left. I should have pulled some clips of them overreacting all day yesterday when she found out that she was the new prime minister. Fascist. She's for country, religion, and what was the other one? Family values. Tradition, and but what a threat to the planet. And these jerk-offs, these globalists who are taking away our civil rights at every fucking turn, whether it's free speech, getting you canceled, whatever, not letting you use, you got Bank of America not doing business with people who voted for Trump. You got the FBI raiding people's houses, and somehow women like her and Trump are the fascists. You guys are so full of shit. You better steal the next election, because there's no way you're going to fucking win it. Trust me. Again, unless it's stolen. Let's take a look at my new girlfriend. Listen to, I love it. At the end, we're going to watch the whole speech. It's only like a minute and a half. She bolts out of there. It's so like she's got business to do. But here you go.
Potrei farne tante altre di queste domande.
Pause. This is about what we are doing. I'll translate. I'm going to talk to my agent in Jewish. This is about what we are doing here today.
A monte c'è quella che ci facciamo oggi. Perché la famiglia è un nemico?
Pause. Why is the family an enemy? Why is the family so frightening?
Perché la famiglia fa così paura. C'è una risposta unica per tutte
There's a single answer to all these questions.
queste domande. Perché ci definisce, perché è la nostra
Because it defines us, because it's our identity.
identità. Perché tutto quello che
Let her talk a little.
ci definisce in questo tempo è un nemico.
Okay. Because everything that defines us is now an enemy.
Per chi vorrebbe che non avessimo più
For those who would like us to no longer have an identity.
un'identità e che fossimo solamente schiavi,
And, go ahead, let her speak a little.
consumatori perfetti.
Right there. And to simply be perfect consumer slaves. Bill Hicks said this. I'll give him credit. Only he was a lefty and wrong about everything. But it's fucking as funny as anybody alive. But he said that. That's why this country's turning into a third world consumer plantation. He was talking about the United States. And this is fucking 25, 30 years ago. Go ahead.
E allora è sotto attacco l'identità nazionale.
Okay. And so they attack national identity. They attack religious identity.
È sotto attacco l'identità religiosa, è sotto attacco l'identità di genere, è sotto attacco l'identità familiare.
Yeah, they attack gender identity, they attack family identity. So we're not just experiencing this at home, folks. It's a global problem. Go ahead.
Non devo potermi definire italiana, cristiana.
Right there. I can't define myself as an Italiana, a Christian, woman, mother. No.
Donna, madre, no. Io devo essere cittadino X, genere X,
Okay.
genitore 1.
The ziti was a little undercooked and too much garlic on the bread. No, I must be a citizen X, gender X, parent 1, parent 2. I must be a number.
Genitore 2 devo essere un numero. Perché quando sarò solamente un numero, quando non avrò più un'identità,
Right there. Because when I am only a number, when I no longer have an identity or roots,
quando non avrò più radici, beh allora sarò lo schiavo perfetto in balia della grande
yeah, right there. Then I will be the perfect slave at the mercy of financial speculators. This gets a round of applause. Watch.
grande speculazione finanziaria, il consumatore perfetto.
The perfect consumer. Il consumatore perfetto. Senator, go ahead. No, you gotta show her the whole thing.
You only had a minute on there.
Oh, Nick, you asshole! Ah! The ending is so great. You're right. Took a minute. She just fucking gets more around her and just takes off. She grazie, ding, like she was gonna go fuck somebody up. Somebody's wearing the same dress as her in the crowd. I don't know. But I'm telling you, man, what she just said there is smarter than anything that's ever come out of Biden's mouth. And they're calling her a fascist because she's for family and tradition and being able to say, I'm a woman and a Christian. Traditional family values, less government. And she's a fascist. You guys on the left, I don't know if you just pretend not to know the definition of a fascist, but just look in the mirror, you dumb cocksuckers. And then she held up a sign, which I do after my mother used to feed me on Sundays. Grazie. Musha musha porca. God blubber.
I'm loving it.
I'm a lover her. The Italian center-right alliance, led by a firebrand conservative, Giorgia Malone, has overtaken a left-wing Democrat party in the traditional leftist regions, smashing through the historic red wall. That would be red as in communist, of the Italian election landscape. God bless her. She's the female Trump.
I am your voice.
With tits. She's actually kind of cute, too. For somebody with some ugats. Election data suggests that the center-right, which includes Maloney's Brothers of Italy, what does that say? FDL. Matteo Salvini's league and Silvio Berlusconi, he was the last guy, Forza Italia, have beaten the Democrat Party, even in former leftist strongholds such as Tuscany and Emilia-Romagna. I've been to Tuscany. In Tuscany, I had to say that, make it sound worldly. Hey, look, I've been outside of Newark, you fucks. In Tuscany, the center-right achieved between 40 to over 45% of the vote in Lucca, Mazza, and Prato, a full 10% or more ahead of the left. But an even more shocking result, according to a report from the newspaper Il Giornale, took place in Pisa, where League member Edoardo Ziello upset leftist candidate Stefano Ceccanti, winning 40% of the vote compared to Ceccanti's 34.9%. They had a big day in Italy. In other words, that was a leftist stronghold. The guy on the right's a commie cocksucker, and that's the Italian Ben Shapiro, who smoked him, apparently. That was a good segment, you got to admit. I think that proved I'm 98% Italian. Including the mustache I got from my Grammy. Oh, those teeth are dingy. I'm going to get false ones. I'm knocking these fuckers out with a hammer. You ever see old people with false? They're perfectly white and shit and straight. So what? They pop out when you're eating pizza. Scare your Tinder date. Hey guys, please take a moment and click the share button to share today's episode like it's monkeypox with a friend or a coworker. Nothing helps the show grow as much as word of mouth and a couple Cialis. And I thank all of you who have continued to let people know about us. I really do. We're adding new, every day. Do we get a list of thank yous today?
Not today. We're saving them.
The fuck? She said that yesterday. I'm going to go home and tan her ass. The plumber's not already doing it. Anyways, let's go from Italian to black, which is apparently a short leap, according to my old late friend, Patrice O'Neill. Patrice broke my heart once. He said, I saw this cooking show. This lady made this. It was so funny. This rolled up meat thing it looks so fucking. I go, let me tell you who it was. I go, Lydia Bastanich. Yes! Lydia Bastanich, and she made a brujol. He goes, holy shit, that's it. And he said, will you make it for me? I said, fuck off. I said, enjoy your Skittles. No. But I never seen a black guy get so excited about and it's one of my favorite dishes. They're big on chicken tetrazzini, all the black athletes. Every time, when it lists their favorite foods, it's always, it's Italian, but it's usually like, fucking chicken tetrazzini or some shit like that, which is delicious too. Ghana says sorry. Ghana, my ex-girlfriend from college, Ghana, and other African nations, listen close, 3 black people who are watching me right now, who enslaved, I'll repeat, black African nations who enslaved and sold black people to Europeans to formally apologize. Well, where you guys been the last 50 years? Been screaming at Whitey to apologize when you guys are selling your own people. But we can't say that over here because that would be the truth. It's time to say what needs to be said. All African diaspora, and we must have the conversation and resolve our actions and inactions as rulers of our kingdoms during the transatlantic slave trade, which that's a tough division. Baltimore won it last year. Trade, which is deeply regretted as expressed by Nana Obokaisi Empire I Abegano. I'm making it sound Italian. I'm stuck in the last, I don't know how to do it. Begano Cebu Kingdom, Ghana. God, there's Tracy Morgan's new show on FX. Getting girls pregnant. Kingdom Ghana, founder and president of Oboke's University. They played Nebraska last year. Played them tough. Division 19 versus Division 1. Oboke University of Excellence. So they have to apologize, wearing the silly hat, I guess.
I apologize. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, they were black.
Sorry. The fuck is the matter with you?
I didn't know they were going to be used for pick and cut. They told us.
I'm sorry. What's his name? What'd you say?
Fat fuck would order a sign. Supported by the only UNESCO creative city of music in the United States, KC, Kansas City, they mean. A solemn ceremony. Why? How does it get back to Kansas City? We were just in Ghana and shit. Now let's go right to the heartland. Like we have, get the fuck out of here. A solemn ceremony. Well, fuck that. We'll be partying and blowing noisemakers. Hey, black people finally apologize. Ceremony will include a pilgrimage to the site of the Kindaro Underground Railroad, which is always 20 minutes late. I'm sorry, that's Union Station. Underground Railroad site in Kansas City, where dignitaries and 100 delegates from the Jayhawks, from Ghana will gather along with local and national leaders.
Are you interested in the real story?
Not really, because I know it. We know it as white people. The slave trade regularly used the triangular trade route and its middle passage, which is, again, that was a Vince Lombardi thing. It's an ISO in the A gap. They call that middle passage. It existed from the 16th to the 19th centuries. Some were enslaved and transported in the transatlantic slave trade. There were people from Central and West Africa that had been sold by other West Africans. Really? Yet when we say it over here, they call bullshit to Western European slave traders, while others had been captured directly by the slave traders and, again, the NFL draft. Traders and coastal raids. That's true. They had their people. I read a little about this. They actually had their own people in cages on the beach and having boats come in to pick them up and shit. So, I talked to this girl about it yesterday.
What folks says about this family, I does. I has told you and told you that you can always tell a lady, but the way...
Oh, shut it. The highly anticipated ceremony will set the tone for Ugataramatsa. Will set the tone for the week as the assembly of over 100 Ghanaians, you got big Ghanaians, is set to promote unity while bridging an international UNESO, we'll call it UNESCO, Ghana UNESCO Kansas City initiative for a long-lasting, fruitful... I'm not getting the connection between Kansas... I know. Unfucking real, man. Even when they're apologizing and admitting to some fault, we're going to bring it back to Kansas somehow. Jesus Christ. Now, a lot of people think this is a picture of slave, which is bullshit. This is how Belichick had these guys training in the desert this summer. Embarrassed at the last outing. Initiative for a long-lasting, fruitful exchange and to foster ongoing trade, tourism, and cultural enrichment. What has all that got to do with what happened 400 fucking years ago? No, I'm not. I'm Italiano. My goal is to meet Prime Minister Maloney. There's actually a picture of her, I'm not kidding you, holding 2 melons and making a wisecrack. How? Right there you're going to fucking go, oh, she's not a pin-headed, ugly, angry woman lib. She, you know what I mean? Ooh, that's a hashtag Me Too moment. Yeah, Me Too want to bite into the melons. Oh, cut it out, you big dink. Anyways, so again, they keep tying it back to Kansas. Was that something I missed? Even their basketball team's mostly white. You know what I mean? 500 years later, Kansas. And they're going, well, that's the point, Nick. No, it isn't. Oh, God. Let's stay on black folk. And again, folks, you know, and I'm going to say it again, I don't know why I have to say it. You guys vote like me, you think like me, but just in case some liberal douchebag stuck his head into your house or he's looking through your living room window at your daughter and actually starts listening to me. That's actually a white criminal. Anyways, it's actually me. What? Anyways, here's the headline here. I think it's direct. More black criminals. That's what I put. You can tell I was tired. An early morning armed carjacking in Philadelphia. Has anything good happened in Philly since that cocksucker Krasner became the fucking attorney general or whatever he is? Literally sicking criminals, letting them out of jail and coming after you fucking tax-paying, hardworking people. It's mind-blowing. That's what's happening. They're sicking dangerous people on you and your family. If that's not a call for civil war, I don't know what the fuck is. Anyways, there was a morning armed carjacking in Philadelphia involving a mother and her teenage daughter, who, by the way, now they're going to be mentally scarred. It was caught on video. It looks to me like a suburb. It sure ain't downtown Philly. And this is, again, you're watching society unravel in real time. They're winning right now. So I don't know if our elections are legit or not, but they fucking something. Either way, I don't care what the outcome is of the midterms. It should get ugly after that if it's not the right outcome. I'm just saying. It could get really ugly. That's not hyperbole. I just feel that way. Anyways, these young black fellas, again, with too much time in their hands, not to sound like a Styx album, they're in the suburbs going, you know, that's Whitey's got the nice
There's
car.
something wrong with the black man's mind.
No.
There's something wrong with his mind.
No, that's not true. You're going to tell me R. Kelly had something wrong with his mind? Bad example. Anyway, the pair were leaving their home around 6:20 a.m. on September 19th when they were ambushed by a carjacker with a gun. The Philly Police Department said in a video released Monday, asking for help in identifying the suspect. Did I already skip over the vid? No. They were asking for help in identifying it. Why don't you fucking do your own job? How about that? Who's up at 6 in the morning other than these broads fucking...
I don't know what you're smiling at, watermelon.
No need for talk like that. It appears he was laying in wait, Police Captain John Ryan told Fox Philly. He rode a bicycle up there, left the bicycle behind. We have that. Ooh, why don't you dust the seats for prints, you dink? The suspect took the woman's purse as they were both getting into the vehicle. I don't understand why people stereotype black people about crime. They're only on the goddamn fucking internet every day doing something heinous. They are heard, oh, I forgot, slavery 400 years ago, like my friends say. They are heard on security video screaming. Now, picture this being your mom and sister trying to just go to work and, go ahead. Women are good under pressure. Fucking scumbag. Can I say it again? White people. White people, you might not know it, there's a race war that started a long time ago. It's a slow motion race war. But, you know, we see these, how many things like this have we seen over the last, 20 years? Has there been one example when the white people shoot back? And I mean, we've had a couple house break-ins where white people are armed and shit, but why would I don't even know what the fucking gun laws are in Pennsylvania. Why isn't everybody strapped? Fuck the laws. All bets are off now. When people are getting fucking kidnapped and carjacked, sometimes they get shot for no reason. So fuck the law, go out and buy a shitload of guns. It's the only reason this country hasn't been invaded yet, by the way. We have over 700 million guns. I say double it. Nick, how dare you? Suck it. Our recommendation is always, here comes the cop again. Not to resist and not get yourselves hurt in these situations. Okay, Roger Goodell. Just lay down to the black criminals. That's what we want as globalists. That's basically what he's saying. I understand what he's saying when it comes to, but I'm saying, not if you had a gun on you, don't lay down. Let them take your shit. And as soon as they turn around, put one in the back of their head. Oh, but you're still going to go to prison, Nick. I'll be the happiest guy in prison. The fuck, at what point do you go? That's his advice. It's not worth being injured or hurt, which I understand. But not all the time. That's all I'm saying.
Who gives a fuck what you think?
A lot of people. I have fucking selling T-shirts. Charles Nelson Riley. Oh, no arrests have been made in the case. Really? How many times have I read that sentence in the last fucking 2 years? Do you even try looking for them? It's not like you have clear footage of them. Jesus Christ, I don't have headshots that are that clear. How do you not make it an arrest there? Looks like you're in a fucking white cul-de-sac. You got the car, you got the plate. Are you even trying? Are you allowed to try? Sister's box. Ladies and gentlemen, let me calm down for a minute. The coffee's very good. I got to work out because it's pumping through my veins right now. What happens is I start too early sometimes and I crash. Dallas has seen it. I'm dressed in my sweats and I'm over. Hey guys, make plans to come see me at my house. I like to dance in the nude right after 9 p.m. Hannity gets me in the mood. Hey guys, make plans to come and see me on the road. Here are my upcoming stand-up dates, and like the Stones, I'm much better live. Friday, November 11th, Palm Beach Kennel Club in West Palm Beach, Florida. Saturday, November 12th, Snappers Comedy Club. I can't wait to see the logo. Fort Myers, Florida. Sunday, November 13th, that's the next night, Side Splitters Comedy Club, Tampa. That one, by the way, is almost sold out. No shit, if not sold out. And that Tampa show, I'll be doing a live Q&A after the show with people who bought VIP tickets. So grab them before they're gone. You can get tickets at all these shows at nickdip.com. Right here, right in front of Mari. Is this the last story? 2 more. Ah, 2 more. Listen. Have you seen these bikes now, these powered bikes?
Yeah, they're weird.
What is that?
I don't know. It's laziness.
It is. They went by at my house, these 2 black dudes yesterday. They had to be doing 40, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I don't know. Just get a motorcycle. I don't know. But it's pretty cool. I'm going to steal one. I'm going to turn the page, reverse the... Anyways, what are you trying to say? Nothing. Something that didn't need to be said. Okay, let's move on. Headline, doggone it. I put gone it, G-O-N-E, as a doggone. You'll see why. Because this lady's a great hunter, and she's very bright. A Montana woman, I get embarrassed for this poor lady, has sparked disgusted outrage. Is there any other kind of emotion on the fucking internet other than sparked outrage, disgusted outrage? After she took to social media to proudly display the carcass of her husband, who didn't like the meatloaf. No, of a Siberian Husky, which is one of the most beautiful dogs in the world, right? Looks like a tampon with a dog's face on it. Look at that. Dummy. Cute and stupid. Carcass of a Siberian Husky. By the way, my buddy up the street had when I was a kid. They always have a lot of them have a blue eye and a brown eye. Ever notice that? Very cool. That's a Siberian Husky. She killed in a hunt and skinned it after mistaking it for a wolf pup.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert.
I'd like to run into her in the woods and kill her and skin her and thought it was a parakeet. I thought it was a big snake. Poor thing. Kind of a cute face, but retarded. Look at the poor dog going, what the fuck, man? So this morning, this is her on the internet, all excited. I set out for a solo predator hunt for a fall black bear. I couldn't even shoot them. As I get older, I can't. I understand. Look, I had Nugent on the show. He explained to me, deer are like rat. You really do have to cull them a little bit. But anything else, I don't. I could shoot again. Somebody trashing a gas station in Philly before I could shoot a fucking... And that goes all colors. I'm not being racist here. Anybody breaking the law should be shot. Really, Nick? Yeah, kind of. Is it overreaction? Maybe. Anyways, she was hunting for a fall black bear. However, lucky there was a black guy wasn't in the woods. Holding the poor guy's head up. I thought it was a black bear. However, I got the opportunity to take another predator wolf pup. Another? 2022 was a great feeling to text my man and say, I just smoked a wolf pup. Ooh, such...
How high does that get you?
Yeah, exactly. Have you smoked a wolf pup, folks? I did it in a bong. I've wrapped it in tinfoil. Nothing.
Oh, fucking idiot.
Amber Rose. She not a stripper? You think that's her real name? Amber Rose? Look at the poor dog. It looks like a Coke machine fell on it. Look at my poor dog. That's somebody's pet. Amber Rose. This is somebody commenting on it online that was upset. Amber Rose here hunted, shot, and skinned a husky. Not a wolf. An obvious husky, one furious Twitter user pointed out. Another user see that this woman is bragging about trapping, killing, and skinning a dog while claiming it's a wolf pup. This is very clearly a Siberian husky. I hope that Montana FWP looks into this. Why would you add that? You don't have to get nosy about it. You know what I mean? I hope they look into it. Okay, we get it, virtue signaler. It's enough that you were disgusted. The sheriff's office, animal control, and fish and game agencies told TMZ. How do you make TMZ? Boy, they're everywhere. They're usually at an airport in L.A. watching Brad Pitt come off a plane, but now they're in the woods and fucking... that they have launched investigations into the shooting.
I'm gonna find out what the hell happened here.
Meanwhile, Rose reacted to the condemnation by admitting her mistake, but insisted she shot the animal in self-defense. Oh, boy. Honey, you should have left it alone. Now you're going into a lie that nobody believes. She goes, I purchased my wolf tag prior to leaving for a bear hunt in the event I ran into a wolf, in which I came to encounter with what I thought could be a hybrid. Well, I mean, in a sense, you're right, because dogs are fucking descendants of wolves, but it's pretty clear now which is which, I think. During this time, have you never seen a fucking husky? I think the fucking, the dog collar with a tag fucking Roscoe on it might have been a hint. Be a hybrid during this time, my safety was top priority. Here we go. What do I say about bullshitters? What do? Always bring safety into it. Whether it's the government cracking down on yourself. We're doing it for your good. That's why you have to have a ass search at the airport. My safety was top priority. This animal's growling, howling, and coming at me like it was going to eat me. I won't even touch that one. She wrote that on Facebook.
I think your brain is going soft.
Look at even Corleone knows. She killed somebody's husky. Imagine seeing that. You're on the internet. That's your dog. Thank you. Finally tonight, right? Let's go from wolves / Siberian huskies. It'd be so funny if she had like 10 cats skinned. They were tigers. One of them did this to me. Let's go to buffaloes. Buffalo beatdown. Boy, I love the NFL, folks, and always have and shit. And I know a lot of people don't, especially nerds that got beat up by jocks and all that shit. And they say people who follow sports are stupid. And, I got to be honest. I've been to, I played a little bit as a young fella. I've been to many games, Patriots game, baseball. I've never actually banged on the glass at a hockey game or went, ah! I sit and watch like an adult. I get embarrassed. I see grown men on a Monday night game painted up, with no shirt. I'm talking guys in their 50s, not a drunk 24-year-old. Even that's stupid. But I'm just saying, I am embarrassed because I picture my dad in his 30s or 40s going, would he ever? You know what I mean, Dallas? Yep. And I love the sport more than anybody. I fuck as much as anybody, I should say. But you guys are embarrassed. It really is. You're not going to find much dumber than sports fans. You ever listen to talk radio, local sports in any city? Oh, my God. In case you missed it Sunday, the Dolphins beat the Bills. Again, the Bills were missing 4 defensive starters, and that's why. And they still should have won the game. It was an absolute thriller. It was yet another win for the undefeated Dolphins. They make it sound like they're 11-0.
I know, right?
Yet another. I know a woman wrote this or a gay guy. There's no fucking doubt. Fucking 3 minutes into the season, and they want another one. It was yet another win for the undefeated Dolphins in what has already been a wild NFL season. And it's easy to see that the Dolphins and Bills have made a strong case for being 2 of the best teams in the league. The Bills have, yes. The Bills are going to win the Super Bowl.
But the Bills have also come off of a hot season.
Well, that's my point. They're loaded. They're fucking loaded. The Dolphins, this is their best start since 1811 AD, which makes no sense. Okay? So they haven't proven shit yet. They're one quarterback injury away from going, 6 and fucking 11. And of course, when you have a game that close, to talk about the Bills game, and 2 passionate fan bases like the Dolphins fan and the Bills Mafia, I don't know how they got that. Emotions are going to be running extremely. First of all, they don't have to be 2 good teams. It can be it could be a team that's been in the league for 3 minutes. You understand the average sports fan that has 12 beers before they go into the game is a moron. And after the game, when they're really fucked up, you're going to fight at the drop of a hat. And again, it's male testosterone stupidity. Although, once again, we see a fat broad jump into the fight because some dyke professor told her that she's equal to men in every way. But anyways, running extremely high, their emotions. Fucking, this person knows absolutely nothing.
Why is everyone so fucking stupid?
I don't know.
Why aren't more people intelligent? Like me.
And that can make grown men act like 10-year-olds. I notice you don't mention the fat fucking broad right there. Yep, we have yet another NFL fan fight that surfaced on social media, and this one might be the most brutal yet. No, it isn't.
No, not even close.
Not even close. The fucking, was it the Raiders and Chargers earlier this year? Guy knocked the fucking guy out. Remember, there was a white guy on all fours, and he popped him. He went down. And then a lady came at him, and he dropped her. That was a little more Who wrote this? Some fruit cup? This is fucking embarrassing. Look at the ass. Right away, I knew that was a black woman's ass. Either that or fucking Nate Newton. He used to be an all-pro with some lineman. Anyways, another brutal fight in the 20. Did I miss the video yet? Nope. Should I keep reading? Unfortunately, the beginning of the fight was blocked out by a car. Unfortunately. This person who wrote this is saying this is stupid behavior. I couldn't see it. So there's no telling what exactly started the fight. But a couple of seconds in, you see a couple of Bills fans trying to take on a massive group of Dolphin fans. And needless to say, the Bills fans get the worst of it. Let's take a look. That fat black woman in the middle of it. Now this guy in boots is kicking the guy while he's down because he's watched a million viral videos. And that's how he fights now. What are you, shitting me? I had a fight like that with my wife yesterday. Her and 3 of her friends beat the shit out of me and I paid good money for it. I mean, sheesh. I'm reading the article. I mean, sheesh. You gonna tell me a faggot didn't write this? Right. One wrong move and the guy could have been in a body bag. Well, if that fat girl fell on his neck, maybe. I guess there are some people, listen to this, that never realize that it's only a game. But hey, it always makes for some high-quality entertainment on Mondays. Make you fucking...
Shut up. Mind your fucking business and shut up.
Who wrote that? Fucking... One of fucking Janet Jackson's backup dancers? That was an embarrassing article. That's just all-American stupidity right there. And you think that's bad, dude? Why don't you check out some soccer fights where people actually die? You want to see fucking hooligans? And they go at it before the game, during the game, after the game. They take numbers during the game. It's fucking great. I was over there real quick, Manchester Comedy Festival, right after 9/11. Late, great Patrice O'Neill didn't have the balls to get on a plane with me. He was supposed to go over there, too. I'm over there, and I'm watching the fucking World Cup in Greece. It was great. I've told the story before. I'm sitting around a bunch of English guys, the guy that owned the comedy club, up in his beautiful office on a big screen, watching Beckham. Beckham ties the game with a kick from a mile away. It was fucking awesome watching these guys losing this shit. Later on that night, I hear crash. I guess Greece lost. So some bar that had a bunch of people from Greece in it took a big glass like coffee table and threw it off the anyways, sports fans can be retarded, I admit. But again, I was never one of those guys. I guess when you play it, you know what I mean? You don't. I've never been, even when I went to see Brady play a couple of years, I wasn't screaming and shit. Yes, I was naked from here up, painted red and had prosthetic boobs. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's enough for today. I've fucking lost my mind. Don't forget Cameo.com. You want me to roast a friend or relative? Go to Cameo.com. Tell me about the person, and we'll do a little video. And I can tell my wife, Tommy, is not putting up Cameo.com other than this here. Because I haven't had any in a week or so. I'm getting upset. And that toilet better be fixed. Our head's going in it. Nick, that's sexist. I know, I'm just kidding. Anyways, that is it. You guys think it. I will say it. You're very welcome. See you back here tomorrow for day 3 already. Take care.